Start recording. There we go. All right, I'd like to welcome you all to our series of live webinar instructional webinars designed to support the school annual online yearbook program. Our goal today will be to introduce participants to the functions of the program associated with beginning stages of the yearbook creation. Specifically, we will be reviewing logging into the program, familiarization of the welcome screen and the page ladder, the font section, creating image share account, transferring material from a previous year to a current year, and leading into our next installment, the importance of sending us your portraits images from your school photographer. This webinar will be approximately 30-40 minutes. So let's go ahead and get started. Let's go ahead and get started on the login screen. So if you haven't already, you can go to, showing the wrong one. So you can go to schoolannual.com right here. And then here in the upper right-hand corner, you'll see the word login. So you can go ahead and click on that, and it's going to take you to a screen right here. Make sure it says 2025 at the very top right here. Next, you'll enter your job number, whatever username right here that you have been given, followed by your password. If you ever need to see what your password is, you can click this little eye right here. And if you click right here and start typing, you'll see little dots. But if you need to see what you typed, click that little dot right there and you can actually see your letters. All right. Once you have logged in and put all your information there, you just click Let's Go. And it will take you to your home screen right here. Let's go ahead and talk about this home screen here real quick. So it will have your school name right here. This is my demo account, so this is why I will say demo. And it may not reflect what your screen will look like 100%. Mainly, let's start with this first tab right here. It says it's given me like over 400 days, but yours won't. Yours will say realistically how many days roughly you have until completion of your book. Next, right here, you'll have total pages. Mine says total number of 60 pages. You'll have this ring right here. This ring will tell you, like in red right here, it says not started. So we come down here, it says I have 54 pages that are currently not started. These are pages that don't have anything on them. They are not touched, nothing saved on them. And that's important for our next step here later. Next, we have six pages in progress. These are pages that have either something saved on or something was saved on it at one time. In any case, it is now in progress. Next is upcoming events. Here you will see any event that has any importance that's coming up, such as your cover choices due here pretty soon, any deposits, any portrait CDs that, hey, try to have them in by this date or whatever. If you need to add any important date or need to add anything, all you have to do is click this little plus sign. And you can actually add stuff to the calendar that you need to. This plus sign is right up here in this upper right hand corner. I can't click on it for some reason. My account in recording, it kind of messes things up. So, but if you do click on this, it does have a screen that pops up and you can actually schedule your own upcoming events, such as little reminders for yourself. See, yeah, that's what I thought it does. All right. Then these will just be images right here, just current, how many images you have in your image library. All right, so let's move on next to adding staff. So to add staff, in case you have other students or other teachers or PTO members that are helping you out, to add staff, we're going to come up here to plan. And then the second one is staff. So here on the staff screen right here, you can add different staff members to different positions if you want. Typically, just advisor staff is the two main ones. Use the advisor. Have Use the advisor can see everything right here. Like you can see everything under plan, everything under create, sales, stat. You can see all this. It also means you have control over everything that's under here. So if you want to create staff members, I suggest creating them under staff, because staff will limit the amount of stuff they can see and the amount of stuff they can do. This way, you don't have somebody that you're giving them access to things that you may not want to give them access to a whole lot. So to create a staff account, we're going to come up here to add staff in the upper right hand corner. Here you can just give them first name, last name. It's important to put their first name and last name, because there actually is, when we go back to the screen, I will show you there actually is a spot where you can look and to see who has been doing what on the yearbook. And so if anything is uh, comes awry, or anything that looks out of sorts, you can go back in your yearbook and kind of see who's been doing what. Give them a username. Usually the username could be like first name, last name, or something they can remember, something that's easy for them to just write it down or try to remember it. Password is 10 digits, at least one capital letter and one number. Uh, Email is optional. Then right here under role, you have advisor, which unlocks everything. And then you have staff right here. So you can just click on staff, and then once you have everything filled out, you can click on save, and then their information will be right here. For any reason that you have the staff member needs to step away for a little while, and they'll come back maybe next month or whatever, you can click on this this is the word activate. You can click on that, it will deactivate their account, so that way they can't log in. Or if you need to inactivate the staff for whatever reason, maybe you want to um, look over the book and all that, and you just want to keep everybody off of it for a while till you peruse the book and sign off on things and stuff like that. So you can inactivate it, and then you can click on it to activate it again. The difference between the staff and the editor is no real difference between the two roles. They virtually have the same permissions. If for any reason you need to edit the staff member, you can come back here. Here's where you can change their password and all that. Or if you need to add a email address, you can come back and add an email address. All right, so let's move on to the page ladder. All right, so here's the page ladder right here. And here you will see currently we have blank pages. Underneath these blank pages are a red bar. So you'll see sometimes a red bar. If we come down here to the bottom, you'll see a yellow bar. And these are different color codes. These will let you know what currently the page is in, the status that page is in. Red, as you can see, it says right here, not started. These are pages that, again, no one's touched them. No one has anything on them. Yellow, right down here at the bottom. These currently have something on them, or they had something on them at one point. Right. Now, you will see on some of these pages, we have like 7th grade band. We have some of these little topics right here. And then at the top of them, we have different sections. Those could be found over here on the left-hand corner, right here in the top. Sections would be like, these are the club and organization sections. These are the 2-page section or the 2-page spread for that. And topics would be, what topic do we want to cover under this first page or second page? So clubs and organizations could be like, first topic is chess club. Second topic is computer club. So this just lets you know that if you have this really helps right here. So under sections, let's say clubs and organizations, you have 4 pages, 4 total pages you could dedicate to that. So right here, we've already used 2. So if we need 2 more pages, we can click and hold, drag this over to page 4 or page 5. If we need both of them, we can do right here in the middle, and you'll see a teal border between them, outlining both of them. That means both of them are selected. One selected, both of them selected. As soon as we let that go, right here in the top, you'll see clubs and organization is now selected. Here on the other end, right here in this teal circle, you'll see it says 4. So now you know you have 4-page minimum for clubs and organizations. If you have first day of schools, just 2 pages, here you can see the 2 pages are already used up. This will help you make sure that kind of keep track of how many pages you've used up out of, I don't know, out of 60, out of 50, out of 100, out of 24. So this just lets you help your keep track of the number of pages you've used. Right. And in sections, to create a section, all you have to do is click in sections right here, and you can just type in what you want. If you start typing, you will see that there might be some suggestions right here. But you can write staff, click this little plus sign, or hit enter on your keyboard, and you'll see a section pop up right here. You can also click on the little down arrow right here, and you can see your sections right here. And you can change them right there. So you don't have to click and drag if you don't want to. In fact, yeah, here it is right here. It says no section. Just click and hold that one, and we can turn that into fall. And as you're doing this, yes, your page ladder does save as you go. So no more having to hit save at the end of this. Next is topics. So topics could be anything from here's 7th grade band, academics, a 5th grade field trips, book fair. So you can type all that stuff manually. So you can do book club, or you could do whatever. And here it says right here, so we're just gonna click that. You can click the plus sign or enter on your keyboard, and here it will add book fair. Or you can come over here to smart topics. So smart topics, you will have here's portraits, and I want let's see, 3rd grade portraits, 4th grade portraits, 5th grade portraits. So as we click on these little dots right here, we come back over here to my topics. And then here, right here, you can see 3rd grade portraits, 4th grade portraits, 5th grade portraits. So as we click these little boxes, they will populate over here in my topic. So if you want to write them down, you can, or you can come over to Smart Topics and just hunt for what you want. Click the little circle right next to them, and it'll just populate in my topics. And topics, same thing. All you have to do is click and hold, drag them over between one or both of them, let go, and it will populate right here. I believe you can only have 2. You can have as many as you want. To get rid of them, all you have to do is click on the little X right here, and you can get rid of them. Oh, I didn't mean to click on the page. If you click on the word no topic, it'll open up topics here, and then you can just, like I said, click and hold and drag over a topic, just like that. If you never need to assign a staff person to a page, all you have to do is click on staff, click and hold the staff person and assign them to one page or both pages, and just let go, and then you will see who is assigned here in the bottom left-hand corner. Real helpful advice: after you're done assigning staff members to pages, if there are any pages left over and you don't want staff members to work on those pages or touch those pages, take yourself as the advisor and assign yourself as the advisor to those empty pages. Then that way they can't work on those pages, just you. You can also, as the advisor, you can also work on these pages that are assigned to other students. But this way, if you don't want anyone to touch page one, you want that separate, or you want that for something else, add yourself to that page, and then that way no one else can touch it. All right. So one thing we have that was new last year is this start with last year. So this year we've kind of updated it just a little bit. So if you click start with last year, here you will see it says page designs. It will copy your page designs from the previous years to this year. So we'll take what was on your pages last year minus images and minus custom backgrounds and custom clip art. It will take those and it will bring those over to this year. Also, any sections or topics that you labeled in last year's book, it'll bring those along over as well. If you don't want those, all you have to do is just click on the box that you don't want those. So all you want is just page designs, or maybe all you want is just the topics and sections. So you can pick which one you want. Once you're done with that, click on continue. You'll get this little pop-up, this little warning that says, hey, you cannot undo this action. There's no undo button. That's kind of what it's telling you. There's just no undo button. You can go into the pages and remove what you don't want, but it just lets you know there's no undo button. So once we click on continue, usually takes it a minute or two, but everything from last year is now on your pages. So now all you have to do is just click on your pages and start working on them, or you can go in and start manipulating your pages or do anything you need to do. So that's all on there right now. All right, and let me make sure I got everything ready to go. Also, for essays, people, as you put your covers in and you want to look at what cover you have or verify that your cover is ready to go, all you have to do is go to status and then cover, and then your cover information will be right here. Whether it's the ones that we have standard or if it's a custom one, they'll all be right here. If you need any further assistance or if you need other help, you can, of course, call me and I'll help you out. Or you can go to our little help center right here by clicking help. And clicking help again, here we have video tutorials, getting started, different online features, troubleshooting. You can click on here. So if you have an issue with like the image library, you can click right here and here's some just different information on image library and all that. So for last year right here, let's go back. So real quick, if you click on start with last year, this little button right here, it will have these little three boxes. So you can check any one of those. So if you don't want your topics or your sections, you could just check that. Then just click on continue. Like I said, you'll get this little action that pops up. It says you can't undo this action. It just means there's no undo button. Then just click continue. And then that's when, just give it a few minutes, and that's when all this will pop up. Anything from last year, minus custom backgrounds or custom clip art. You have to log in as the advisor. Only the advisor has that on their screen. Okay, so transferring materials from last year. So if you have last year's login information, you can log into last year's book, go to create, image library, and then under like your activities, if there's a folder you want to push forward to this year, or you want those images on there, all you have to do is click on the folder you want right here. Come up here, you will see the little arrow that's pointing to the right. All you have to do is click on that little arrow. And then here on the folder, you're going to see an arrow pointing to the right. That's how you know that that folder is now moved over from last year to this year's book. Also, when we get to, there's a very important one at the that we do towards the end of the school year to help finalize the book. We'll also come back and visit this section right here. Very important if you re-up with us next for the 26th year. You want to send all your information, all your photos from this year's book to next year's book. And this will be this will be how you do it. So just click on a folder and then click on this little arrow and it will send everything to your following year's book or this current year's book. Then to find everything that's currently in your book, all you have to do is come up to Inbox, click on this little arrow, then you will see My 2024 Images. We're going to click on this little arrow again, and then right here is where you'll see all your background, your clubs, or your cooking day, whatever information you need. The staff folder of the staff that takes the same photo and uses the same photo every year. You can have that right there as well. To get these images from this folder to maybe your portrait folder right here, we're going to open both of these up. Come back here to staff. We're going to click on the staff folder in your My 2024 Images. You can click and hold and drag and select the images you want, or you can just click on one, holding the shift key, click on those, or you can click on one, holding the control key, and pick the ones you want. So as soon as we pick the ones we want, we can click and hold, and then we can just drag those to the staff folder right here. We're going to let go, and it's going to ask you, are you sure you want to copy those 4 images to the staff? We're going to say copy. We can go to the staff folder, and then we can say, well, there we go. There's those 2 images. Oh, there's those images. There's that image. So there's our images right there. All right, then let's talk about fonts. This one we do get quite a few calls on. So let's talk about fonts. Let's go up to Plan and then Fonts. So before we move any further with fonts, here you will see 2 important fonts. These are probably the most important fonts in your font library right here. The first one is AYT Foundation Roman, and the next one is AYT Foundation Sans. These 2, please leave these 2 active. Do not shut these off. And the reason is, let's come over here to Styles. These styles right here were created using those 2 fonts. If you shut those 2 fonts off, these styles go away. And if these styles go away, we're going to go to Create, and we're going to Page Letter. In your text box right here, these styles right here will go away, which means you have no text boxes. So when you go to try to create a text box, all you will see is page number and add or remove style. So that's why it's very important to make sure that those fonts stay active. So you can come through here and find any font you want. Typically, we suggest activating 10, maybe 15 fonts. Any more than that, you probably really don't need that many more. So I would say, yeah, about 10 to 15. So once you find a font that you like, you can click on it, and you can see kind of a preview of it over here. So as you click these fonts, like I said, you can see previews. If you find one that you want, come over here and click on Inactivate to activate it. Now, once you do that, some get confused and they'll sit there and it's like, no, I clicked on Activate, and they just keep clicking right here. What they're really doing is as they click that, it goes up to alphabetical order. And so once you click on Activate, it puts it in Activate alphabetical order and sends it to the very top of the screen. So you may end up finding that you activate, or some end up finding out that they activate more fonts than what they really wanted. And then once you click on Inactivate, it drops to inactivate in alphabetical order. So once you find one that you like, and let's say we're going to click on this one and we're going to activate it, you can make a style out of that. So we can click on styles, click on add style. Here we can give this style a name like teachers' names. We're going to put all the teachers' names to this one font. We're going to select the font. You can select the font size. So the default size is at least 20. We'll call it a header. Header is at the very top, so you can see it. Click that one here. So it goes header, subheader, body, caption, tagline. So that's how it goes right here on this preview. So we're going to call it a header right there, and we're going to go save. So that gives you a little bit of a preview of what the text kind of looks like. And so that this way you know that all the teacher names that you make on the pages, that's the text for them. Okay, so let's go next to something new this year is photo share. So let's go to plan and then photo share. All right. So right here we got content preferences. And what this is the school life. So this is a collection of photos from activities, events, clubs, or organizations, sports, and more, like assemblies, first day of school, last day of school, 100 days of school, whatever images you want to collect for. To activate this, it's very easy. All you have to do is select an end date. So you just click that little calendar, and then you can click up and down arrows, or you can click on the month. So you want April 16th is the last day. Typically, we like to say about 2 weeks before your book is due. That's when the shutoff should be, because then that allows you a little bit of a buffer to go through images, finalize your book, and all that without having to worry about your image, more images coming in, or that one last image that came through at the last minute that this parent wanted to keep. So. Right. So once you set your end date, right here we have photo guidelines. Right here in this box, you can actually write things that you are looking for in the photos, or what photos you're looking for. So here you can say something like yearbook staff uh, reviews all content. Anything inappropriate will be deleted. You can say like don't use screenshots, don't use watermarked photos. You say use group photos. We're going on these field trips this year, and we want all the photos from these field trips. You can say please tag your information um, in all that. So I'll show you how they upload and all that here in a minute, and then I'll show you where these photos go. Now, by default, your school life is active. Here at the bottom, you'll see portraits. If you want to select portraits, you can. You can use portraits for like baby pictures. So if you want a private folder, folder for baby pictures to appear in, you can do that. You can actually set a different date for baby pictures. So here we have 4/16, so I can actually click on that, and I can come back to February. They have until February 12th for that, and you can actually put in there, just baby photos only. That's all this folder is for. To activate your site, all you have to do is once you're ready to publish your site, just click on publish right here, this little teal button. Usually takes a second. Then once you do that, your site is live. This site right here is now live. Your QR code right here, you can download that and use it in any publication. Your QR code never changes. So you can go here to unpublish your site, click on view history, scroll down, You'll see this red one right here that says unpublish your site. Click on that, click on yes. Site's unpublished. If I go back to publish my site, that QR code is still the same. It will not change. Your link right here to the site will not change it either. So we're going to click on that here real quick. So here we go. We'll show you how to. So here we go with the site right here. This is mobile friendly too, by the way. So here you will have your welcome, and then you will have your school name right here. He will say that I am a different choices right here. So I'm going to say faculty member. Here you can type in your name. And you can type in your address. The email address, they have to have an email address because it sends a verification code to their email address to verify that they are a actual user and not like a bot or something. Right. And, whoa, oh, there we go. Now with this, they can use fast tag, or they can just click on no thanks. With fast tag, if we click on that, we can type in the student's name. All right, we can give them a grade, and we can. The topic could be, let's say it's field day, because I want to make sure that this photo is used for like one of the field days you had or whatever. We can click on done, or click on, excuse me, before we do that, let's click on add. So we can add this person's tag right here. They can add more than one tag too. So if there's more than one student there, They can click on that and then add the next student. So they can add as many students as they want. Then once they're done, they can click on done. Here it says 2 people are tagged, 1 topic. And then we can click on submit. And then it's just said right there that, hey, we've submitted that photo. It's sent in to you, the advisor. If they need to share more photos, they can come back here and they can share more photos if they want to. Now, as the advisor, as you start getting those images in, you come over here to create, then image library. Come down here to inbox, click on the arrow pointing down. Here you will see photo share right here. There's a little arrow. Click on that arrow and you will see these subfolders underneath it. Portraits for any portraits you want to get or any baby photos you want to set up. Right here, school life. If you click on that, this is where you'll get all of the bulk images from any parent or staff member that wants to send in any photos they have over the school year. This is where they will be right here. Here's the test image that we just sent in. If you click on this little dot right here, you will see the image. Come over to details, suggested tags right here, and this will tell you who is in that photo. If you need to know who sent that photo in, you can click on source information, and here it will tell you who the person is. If they're a parent or faculty member, it will have their email address. So in case you need to email them and say, hey, the photo was low quality, or hey, that I can't use this photo. Do you have a larger photo of this, or do you have a different one, or whatever? You can email them back and get some information. Then, in real quick, if you're used to using Replay It, we still do have Replay It right here. Very simple. All you do is click this little box right here to say that you want a site. You can click this little calendar and start your calendar right here. Click a start date and a stop date. Do you want to enable the site? Click this little box to enable and hit save. Once you hit save, you'll get your user ID right here. That's what this long code is right here. That's your user ID. And you'll get the link to your Replay It site right here. All right, and then next, real quick, we'll talk about portraits here. So as you take your portraits and as you're as all the schools get around to picture day, if you want to send in your photos to us, you can. The reason is that by sending your photos into us, we can put them into your portrait section right here, by teacher, by grade, by room number. We can also tag them. That's what this little indicator is right here. These images have been tagged. This will help with the next section. The next webinar we have, it talks about flowing images in to your pages and getting everything set up to make that a little bit easier. So that's why you would want to send us your images, because we could do that all at once. Otherwise, it's you would have to upload all the images and upload and tag all the images. We'll talk about that in the next webinar. All right, at this time, go ahead and open it up to any questions that you may have. So you can either type them or take yourself off of mute and ask any questions.
On that import thing from last year, I don't have it as an option, and I am the advisor, and it says up in the right hand corner, it says my name, and when I click on it, it says advisor. So
Okay,
I'm not sure.
Here, let me. So right here in the upper right hand corner, you'll see your name. Does it have the letter A right there?
It does.
Okay, so yeah, you should have it.
But I don't. When I go back to the beginning. Let's see. I click on start designing. And then it just has the blue bar at the top that says plan, create, sell. And then it has file, edit, view, arrange, undo, redo, ABC check, the printer, virtual book, a comment, and then the little save disk.
Okay, so if you
That's
go
it.
to plan and then page ladder,
Okay. Plan and then page ladder.
yep. And
Oh, okay.
are you looking for the
Okay.
start with last year right there?
Yep. Now I've got
Okay.
it.
Yep. There you go. There you go.
Okay. Thank you. Sorry about that.
Hey, no, bro. Nope, nope. That's
I
fine.
must have missed that.
That's what we're here for. All right. Any other questions?
That's all I had.
Okay. All right. Let me go ahead and read this outro right here. I want to thank you all today for joining us, hopefully showing you the examples in the areas of the login screen, welcome page, page ladder, fonts, and image share. Creating your book will look less of a challenge, and you can avoid some of the pitfalls that accompany computer software. Transferring from materials from last year's site to this year's and sending us your portrait CDs will pay off in some time saving down the road. Feel free to join us next time as we prepare for beginning with portraits with the autoflow function and then build some class pages from there. I want to thank you all for joining us. Hopefully, you will be back next time for working with portraits. That's another big one. So please join us for that one as well. And once again, I thank you very much.